Hi gang, it's Rich here, novice noisemaker with a Christmas t-shirt on. I like classic vibes, I've had loads of them. I really have, I keep going back to them. Maybe I should just stick with one. Oh, that's an idea. I like gold hardware, and I've loved the idea of having guitars that match. I've always wanted just all white guitars actually, but anyway, so this is vintage white. Now, sorry, white blonde, beg your pardon. Now, paper cut. It's a bit of a risk with Squier's current white blonde look because they're quite pinky and see-through. Some of the older ones, the Chinese made ones, for example, they were more of a solid white than these. So it's a bit of a risk, but I'm hoping it's going to be acceptable to my eye. What am I doing here? What's going on? This is actually a fair bit cheaper at GAC. I've not bought anything from GAC for a while. If this was $329, $429 at Anderton's, so bargain. And oh, come on. Right, let's just leave that there a second. I do like a Squier box, Fender box, sturdy and well boxed. Let's take some light back. Yeah, so I just had to go back. You know, I had that Fender player recently, didn't I? Not a bad guitar, but I don't know what it is about the Fender player series. It just leaves me a bit cold. They're expensive. I don't know. I just like the classic vibes. Appreciate they've got sticky necks. That's not for everyone. I get that. Narrow tall frets aren't necessarily for everyone. But as a home player, I like the sound of them and the look of them, and the necks on them are fairly small. Ooh, I think that's got a bit of flamey stuff going on in that. Yeah, and the necks are just slightly slimmer than a Fender as well, which suits me. So I haven't got the biggest hands in the world. Let's put that down there. So it is quite pinky. Funny how they've done that. How they think it's a take on vintage white. It should be called vintage pink. In fact, someone sold one on eBay the other day, used, and in the title they called it Pink Perfection. Because his was so pinky. But anyway, yeah, poor lighting in here. It's always difficult to tell. This is how it looks. Some nice figuring in the wood on that headstock. And the frets are polished. You know, classic vibes are good like that. They always come with the frets polished. It's got 9s. It's not too heavy either. Gold backplate, and actually I'm delighted with that. You see the wood grain there, it's all quite uniform. I had a CV FSR in a different colour a little while back. I think that was vintage white, and there's like one big dark patch going through the middle which I didn't like. But that, I mean, bling-tastic with the gold on there. I don't know whether it needs a black pick guard instead of a white one. Not sure. What do you think? And yeah, glossy, but not really, really sticky, actually. And it's a bone nut. Yeah. What say you? I think I'm happy with that. What's this? Tiny bit high on the action. No sharp frets. Flimsy feeling switch. Oh, that's very, Jesus. That's proper flimsy, that is. Wow. It's about the worst switch on the Squier I think I've ever felt. Oh well, as long as it does the job, can always get that changed with Mr. Tom. So let's hang that there a second. Whoop. And if you can be bothered and you're still with me, let's get its sibling out, which is the Stratocaster. So what I'm trying to do, so I've never done this before really, but it's just have a permanent Strat, a permanent Tele that I like, and ideally matching, which obviously these two are. They're a bit special because they're FSRs, factory special run, limited editions effectively. And then anything else I buy outside of that will be additions. But just have your mainstays, Richard. Have your mainstays. And as I mentioned a bit earlier, not really that fussed for player series Strats. Don't really want to spend the money on an American one. And I like, yeah, I like the classic vibe stuff. I do. You know, I know a lot of people argue that the Chinese stuff was better. Maybe it was, maybe it was not. I don't know. And certainly the finishes on the blonde were nicer. But in terms of quality, I know they're alleged to have had tone rider pickups, haven't they? But I've never had an issue with the pickups in a CD. I've always liked them. And of course, it's something you can change. The tone rider pickups that I changed on my Chapman a little while back, well, Tom did for me. Thank you, Tom. They're only £80 for a set of 3. So, yeah, really picky. It's not a big deal. Right, so the Tele was a success with its finish. Let's hope the same on the Strat. Please, 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 please. Please, please, please. Come on now. Come on now, come on. Please be a good one as well. You can... And it is. Bizarrely pinkish coloured. Again, I don't know how they make this white blonde. But no big chunky wooden stripes. They're all fairly sort of uniform looking. Let's just take this off. The strings. What's that switch feel like? That feels good. You hear that? Clicky. That's good. Put it off there. No sharp frets. The frets are polished again. Poor lighting, can't really tell, but they are. It's got a slightly darker feeling or looking tint on there. It's not excessively glossy. And there's a little bit of figure in the wood as well. Gold bling. No, gold's not for everyone. And pinky white's not for everyone either, but this makes me happy. This makes me happy. So these are all going to get plugged in and have a little play. Bone nut on it. What's that cut like? Hard to tell, but I think it looks all right. First impression. Yeah, and this was $349. So little tiny block. Don't care about that. Right, thanks for watching. If you've got this far, there'll be some videos coming up with some playing clips, but I think we all know what a Strat sounds like.